than a flu vaccine in preventing the flu. Wild, I know. Why haven't you heard about this? This is legit. 2007 study. For 2 months, researchers compared a flu vaccine to daily consumption of colostrum, and they found that in the colostrum group, people had significantly lower incidence of the flu, and when they got the flu, their episodes were way, way shorter. The conclusion of the author,
who cares?
I will quote, is that colostrum
They're claiming colostrum is better than the vaccine. I'd have to read this paper. It probably doesn't really say what he thinks it means. Why is he blocking me?
is it
Colostrum, both in a healthy subject and high-risk cardiovascular patients, is at least 3 times more effective than vaccination. Prevent and to prevent?
at least 3
To prevent flu, and is very cost-effective. Yeah, so, one, this isn't a randomized trial. There are probably a variety of confounding variables that they didn't account for. And this is an Italian study? So that could, like, whatever. This guy's an idiot.
times more effective than a flu vaccine. That's wild, guys. Colostrum contains bioactive peptides,
Okay, so let's just cherry pick a study.
immunoglobulins, growth factors. All of this can help contribute to passive immunity, which can protect you from the flu. The flu's got nothing on you, guys. Get some.
This guy is literally selling a product that he's claiming has medical use and is more effective than an actual medicine. That would have to violate FDA guidelines. Like, what he just did there has to be fucking illegal. He's literally claiming a supplement that he's selling is more effective than a flu shot.
You're telling me I'm clogging my arteries when I'm eating foods like this, when no one said a word. When I was eating foods like this, I was vegan for 6 years. Nobody said anything. When my skin was getting worse, when I was getting sicker, everybody cheered me on. When I was
So you're eating processed garbage and getting fatter, and you're wondering why you feel worse and you have acne.
I was on a vegan diet. Now that I'm openly sharing my carnivore meals like jiggly bone broth, tomahawk steaks, yogurt, cake, salmon fillets, and raw cheese.
Apparently she does in fact eat fruits and vegetables behind the scenes.
The world just loses their mind and thinks all of this is poison and causes disease.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it does.
The dog eating the bone broth is the best part of this, but this is so true what Bella is talking about here. Red meat, eggs, raw cheese, bone broth. These are the foods that humans have treasured for hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, and humans have also treasured opium and tobacco. So those are good for us, right? We should all be smoking opium and tobacco.
Of years. And yet when humans eat more of the most sought after foods on the planet, the collective internet loses its mind, but no one loses their mind when people are eating Slurpees, big.
By the way, how long has beer been ubiquitous in human culture, cross-culturally? In fact, it may be the case that the first foods that were, actually like farmed, when people moved from the Paleolithic to Neolithic, the first foods that were actually like deliberately cultivated may have been grains that were made to produce beer. So beer's good for us now, right? Because it's been so treasured in human culture for thousands of years. Like, he's just a fucking retard.
Big Macs, French fries cooked in 4 different seed oils with 19 ingredients. This needs to change. We need to normalize humans eating food for humans, which is in large part the most nutrient-rich foods on the planet, animal foods. There is so much good evidence that
yeah, you say that, but you look like a starving crack addict. All you have to do is eat tofu and take steroids like me. It's very straightforward. If you just eat tofu and take steroids, you're going to look and feel like $1,000,000. I don't know why people overcomplicate things.
Nutrients found predominantly or exclusively in red meat, like vitamin K2, are consistently
Vitamin K2 is not exclusively found in red meat.
associated with
It's not even found in red meat.
lower rates of heart disease, according to things like the Rotterdam study. And there are many examples.
He's literally making shit up at this point. Yeah, so again, this is an epidemiological study, the type of research that he says is garbage. If you look at randomized trials on K2, there's no protective effect. Doesn't have a benefit.
Examples of indigenous people like the Maasai in Africa who eat lots
Yeah, the Maasai have an average life expectancy of 42 years old, and that's after accounting for childhood mortality. If you don't account for childhood mortality, it drops down to about 39 years old. So if you're a Maasai, you can live to the ripe old age of 42 because of your really, really healthy diet.
of animal meat, animal fat, and full fat raw milk, and have vanishingly low rates of cardiovascular disease.
They have low rates of cardiovascular disease because they're dead by 42. What are the Maasai dying from, if not heart disease? Nutritional deficiencies that are primarily caused by parasitic infection.